I was born and raised in Waterloo, graduated from East High School, went on from there to Wartburg, graduated from Wartburg and moved back home and just looking for ways to have impact. Like my dream in college was that, like, what if I could just take a year off and volunteer and learn more about community and just do things that are helpful, just so I could get a better feel as an adult for what the community had to offer. So I feel like I've always been a servant leader, always looking for ways to serve others in leadership roles that I had an opportunity to be in. And so that was always my heart, was service, and the leadership that comes out of that. It's just been really natural for me. Just kind of how I made up, I think. There have been many obstacles along the way, but I've always believed that I can overcome whatever that obstacle is. So as an entrepreneur, you're going to have some challenges, and you pretty much have to have that spirit and that mindset, or else you may as well go and work a 9-to-5, because it is just not going to be smooth and easy, at least not for most people. And so I think that's just been a big part of my journey, is mindset and that attitude of like, nothing's too big, just go for it. The biggest project is working on the bank, which we hope to have up and going by the end of this year. And with that, it's not just opening another bank. The bank has just a purpose and a vision behind it that really wants to honor community and the people who use our banking system in a way that you see in pockets across the United States, but we don't see enough of. And so really, in a sense, wanting to, in a positive way, disrupt our banking system so that it is more equitable for everyone. I see Bank of Jabez serving unbanked, underbanked communities in a very different way, a very meaningful way, an intentional way that is not necessarily seen quite yet. And so when I think of service, I think about the community. What does my community need? Even when I purchased the property where the bank is to be built at, why there? Because it's needed, in service to the people that really need this institution. I always figure whatever it is that I'm doing, I need to feel like it is bringing more good than it could bring harm to people. And so when I think about like the projects that I'm working on, I know that I can do good while still making money and being profitable, and really honoring the community and my values. Like those things can all align if that's what we want. There's a way to make it happen. And so many people are working so hard to make this a really good place to live for all people. And just to be a part of that ecosystem of people is such a blessing for me to have found that in the place that I grew up at. So I choose to align myself with the Community Foundation Northeast Iowa because I see the difference that's being made. When I see the grants that are awarded and the difference that they make. And so I see the work, I see the change, I see the willingness to shift as our community shifts. And as we see needs within the community, Community Foundation Northeast Iowa is there making those pivots with the community. And what I see as a board member and a volunteer here is that the whole staff, seems to be in alignment with the direction that the organization is going. And that alignment is so important for there to be true impact. And also the board. There's a diverse board as well. I look at all the things, all the good things that are going on, and all of the different people that the organization is being very intentional about bringing into the conversations and into the mix, is definitely a place that I feel like I need to be if I want to make the greatest impact for the community, which is where my heart is at. How do you make the greatest impact? And aligning myself with Community Foundation Northeast Iowa is one of those ways that I can do that.